Have you ever found yourself constantly giving to someone who never appreciates it? No matter how much kindness you show, they always demand more, make you feel guilty, and never truly care about you? If this sounds familiar, you might be dealing with a narcissist. We grow up believing that kindness is a virtue, that being generous and understanding makes the world a better place. And for the most part, that's true. But when dealing with a narcissist, kindness becomes a weakness they exploit. They take your compassion and twist it into a tool for their own benefit, leaving you drained, confused, and doubting yourself. A narcissist is someone who lacks empathy, craves admiration, and manipulates others to get what they want. They see relationships not as mutual connections, but as opportunities to control, dominate, and extract value. When you're naturally kind, patient, and forgiving, they recognize this as an opening, an invitation to push your boundaries further and further until you feel completely powerless. If you've ever been in a relationship, romantic, friendship, family, or even professional, where someone constantly takes without giving, where they make you feel guilty for standing up for yourself, where they gaslight you into thinking you're the problem, then you already know how exhausting and painful it is to deal with a narcissist. The goal of this video is to help you break free from that cycle. You'll understand how narcissists operate, why they target kind people, and most importantly, why you must stop being kind to them. This doesn't mean you should become cruel or unkind in general. It means learning to reserve your kindness for those who deserve it and protect yourself from those who only seek to use you. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to reclaim your self-worth, set strong boundaries, and walk away from toxic relationships without guilt. So let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding the Narcissist. To understand why kindness is ineffective with narcissists, we need to understand how they think. Narcissists are not just self-centered people. They are individuals with an ingrained pattern of entitlement, manipulation, and a deep need for control. They don't see relationships the way emotionally healthy people do. While most people seek connection, understanding, and mutual respect, a narcissist sees relationships as a power dynamic. Someone has to be on top, and they will do anything to ensure that it's them. One of the biggest misconceptions about narcissists is that they are simply confident or arrogant. In reality, narcissism is rooted in deep insecurity. Their grandiosity is a mask to hide their inner feelings of inadequacy. However, instead of confronting these insecurities, they project them onto others. If they feel weak, they make others feel weaker. If they feel unsure of themselves, they tear down the confidence of those around them. There are different types of narcissists. Some are overt, meaning they are loud, arrogant, and aggressive. They demand attention, belittle others, and dominate conversations. Then there are covert narcissists, more subtle, playing the victim, making you feel guilty while appearing innocent. These types are harder to recognize because they don't display the typical arrogance associated with narcissism. Instead, they manipulate through passive aggressiveness, guilt-tripping, and making you question yourself. Regardless of the type, narcissists have one thing in common: they exploit kindness. They look for people who are empathetic, caring, and willing to forgive. They know that kind-hearted individuals are more likely to give second chances, to tolerate bad behavior, and to make excuses for them. They manipulate through love bombing, showering you with affection and compliments, making you feel special, only to later withhold that affection and use it as a means of control. They gaslight you into believing you're overreacting, that you're imagining things, that you're the one who is being unreasonable. But the truth is, it's not you. It's them. And the more you try to be kind, the more they see it as permission to take advantage of you. Chapter 2. Why kindness enables them. Most people respond to kindness with gratitude. When someone is kind to us, we appreciate it, and we naturally want to reciprocate that kindness. But narcissists don't think this way. Instead, they see kindness as a weakness. When you're kind to a narcissist, they don't think, "Wow, this person is so generous." They think, "This person is easy to manipulate." Every act of kindness reinforces their belief that they have control over you. If you forgive them when they treat you badly, they learn that there are no real consequences for their behavior. If you make excuses for them, They see it as permission to keep treating you poorly. They will continue to push boundaries, testing how much you're willing to tolerate. At first, it may be small things, interrupting you when you speak, disregarding your feelings in subtle ways. But over time, it escalates. They start taking bigger and bigger liberties, knowing that your kindness will prevent you from pushing back. Narcissists thrive on control, and the more kind and accommodating you are, the more power they feel they have over you. This is why being kind doesn't change them. It only encourages them to continue their behavior. They don't suddenly realize they're being unfair and decide to change. Instead, they see your kindness as a sign that they can keep using you. And when you finally reach your limit and try to stand up for yourself, they play the victim. Suddenly, you're the cruel one, the selfish one, the person who is being unreasonable. They twist reality to make you feel guilty, to make you question whether you're overreacting. This is why so many people stay trapped in toxic relationships with narcissists. They keep believing that if they just try harder, be even kinder, things will get better. But the truth is they won't. Chapter 3. How to break free. So what can you do? How do you protect yourself from a narcissist's manipulation? The first step is recognizing that kindness is not the solution. Narcissists don't need more understanding, more patience, or more second chances. They need boundaries. Setting boundaries means learning to say no without guilt. It means refusing to engage in their manipulations, refusing to be their emotional caretaker, and refusing to tolerate behavior that drains your energy. Narcissists hate boundaries because it takes away their power. When they realize they can no longer control you, they will either escalate their behavior or move on to someone else they can manipulate. One of the most effective strategies is the gray rock method, becoming emotionally unresponsive to them. Narcissists thrive on your emotional reactions, whether it's anger, frustration, or even kindness. By staying neutral, giving short responses, and not feeding into their drama, you take away their ability to control you. Another important step is cutting off contact when possible. Narcissists rarely change, and the best way to protect yourself is to remove them from your life entirely. If that's not possible, such as in cases where they are a family member or co-worker, then you must enforce strict boundaries and limit your interactions as much as possible. Most importantly, you need to rebuild your self-worth. Narcissists spend so much time making you doubt yourself, making you feel like you're not enough. But the truth is, you are more than enough. You don't need their validation. You don't need to keep proving yourself to someone who will never appreciate you. The moment you realize this is the moment you take your power back. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this: you do not owe a narcissist your kindness. Being kind to them won't change them. It won't make them appreciate you. It won't turn them into a better person. It will only make them see you as someone they can exploit. Your kindness is a gift, and it should be given to those who deserve it, to those who appreciate it, and to those who give back. Protect your energy. Set your boundaries and walk away without guilt. Because in the end, the most powerful thing you can do is refuse to let a narcissist control your life. Now take a deep breath. You are free.